Hello everyone, today I'm going to be going over the best level 60 gear for Myth. I'm also going to be showing where to get each item and other comparable items just in case you weren't able to get the one that I recommend. Let's go ahead and start with the hat. I have the Helm of Ravenous Teeth as the best Myth hat. This one's a little bit more well-rounded than the Waterworks hat and Poetic Chieftain's Helm, which is the level 56 crafted one. You can also go with this one because it does give a 40% blade and a little bit more damage. However, you're going to be losing out on resist, power pip, which is very necessary, and also crit. So that's why I would recommend this one over the crafted one. Comparing to Waterworks, it gives more damage, more crit, a little bit less accuracy, but you are going to be getting the power pip also. That's just why I always go with the zigzag hat. Moving on to the robe. I have the zigzag robe. We can also look at the Waterworks robe for this one. You're going to be getting less damage, less crit. You are going to get a little bit more accuracy, but you're going to lose out on the power pip. So overall, I just always go with the zigzag robe for Myth. We can also compare it to the crafted one. The crafted one is basically just a watered down version of the Waterworks one. I'm just going to take the zigzag one over that. Let's move on to the boots. I have the Waterworks boots as the best boots for level 60. The only real comparable here for free to play is the level 56 crafted one, which is clear as day, just worse. If you were wanting to go for a pay to win option, the Cyrus boots are just an offensive version of the Waterworks boots. You're going to be getting 2 more damage. The block is going to be replaced with crit, but you are going to be getting a lot more of it. You're going to lose out on a little bit of accuracy, but you are going to be getting 7% power pip. So I would definitely recommend these Cyrus boots if you were trying to min-max your character, and pay to win is an option. Let's move on to the wand. This one is a little different. I'm going with the Malistaire wand. It actually gives 2 more damage compared to Skyrim Hosta, and 4 pierce, which is going to be very useful if you are going to do PvP, also with piercing through tower shields. So this one's just clear as day, better than the Skyrim Hosta. The Skyrim Hosta is still a good option to use if you didn't want to farm Malistaire, or you're not able to, because this is badge locked behind a specific Celestia quest. Definitely grind out these wands as soon as you can and before questing through Celestia. If you are not able to, just go with the Skyrim Hosta. Moving on to the Athame. This one, you can choose between the 3. I think the Lexicon Blade is the best. However, it's not really recommended to farm for it. I farmed, I think, 5 times, and then I got it on the 5th time. However, it is one of the more difficult level 60 dungeons. The only one that you have to farm to get this is the first boss. However, that is the strongest of the bosses in the Tower of the Elephant. If you didn't want to mess with the Tower of the Elephant, I would go with either the Garnet Bear Claw or the Bear Claw of Myth. Both of these are very good options. They both give 6 damage and block, as well as 15 power pip. Basically, you're going to be choosing over a little bit extra block or a little bit of extra health. The Bear Claw of Myth does come with 4 dual slots, and the Garnet Bear Claw only comes with 3, the same as the Lexicon Blade. So if you were wanting to do PvP and add 2 extra jewel slots for Pierce, I would go with the Bear Claw of Myth. However, if you did just want to get the most damage possible, go with the Lexicon Blade. Moving on to the Amulet, I'll have the Vial of the Hall of Echoes. This one is a little bit more niche, and there is another option to go with. There's actually 2 other options. This one gives 2 damage, 115 health. There is another zigzag amulet that does give 2 damage, but it gives 95 health. This is just the upgraded version of that. That one also gives a tier slot, so you can get a little extra health, and it's automatically unlocked. This one you do have to unlock both square slots. All 3 of the zigzag amulets do give a 40% myth blade, so I would definitely use any of those. If you were gonna use this one doesn't give any damage. I would rather go with the Shango blade that gives way more health, and it still gives that blade card. If you didn't want to go with this one is locked behind a wooden chest in lower zigzag. Good luck to you if you do want to get this one. I got it first try. maybe you will too. It is just a little bit better than the one that drops from either Belosh or the final boss in Lower Zigzag. Moving on to the ring, I think the clear ring victor here is the Peridot Ring of Battle. Gives 6 damage, block, and 18% power pip. You can also socket on a health jewel, and if you unlock the other slots, you can also get a pierce jewel and some defense or stun resist. Moving on to the deck, I have the Case of the Hull of Echoes as the best deck. This is the one with a triangle. They also have one with a square and tier socket. However, this one you can socket on your accuracy jewel and get to 100% accuracy. It also comes with a 1% accuracy boost, so this one is the best for level 60. For the pet, we have 2 options here, a triple double or a quint. For this level, I kind of lean more towards the triple double. Here are the stats for triple double. You get 102 damage, 44 resist, as well as your flat resist if you did choose to go for that. You're going to get 100% accuracy, 124 crit, 42 block, 7 pierce. You can have more if you added another 3% pierce jewel, and you're also going to be getting 86 power pip if you did add the power pip to either your Athame or your deck. We can also look at the quint version. You're going to get 110 damage and 27 resist. The other stats are going to be the same. Honestly, you're getting 8 more damage and you're sacrificing 17 resist. I'm not sure if that's worth it, so that's why I would recommend the triple double, since you do get enough damage as it is. For the best hat, you're going to be coming to the House of Scales. You're going to have to run through the whole dungeon and defeat the final boss for your chance to get the best hat. For the Waterworks hat, which is the alternative hat to the Zigzag hat, you're going to go to Waterworks and farm Luska Charmbeak, which is the first boss in Waterworks. For the level 56 crafted gear, you're going to go to Sudrelin and talk to Carix, and then buy each of the recipes for the Poetic Chieftain's Helm, the Chief Garb of Might, and the Time of Legend boots. For the best robe, again, you're going to be coming to the House of Scales and defeating the final boss for your chance at the robe. For the Waterworks robe, you're going to go to Waterworks and farm the final boss for your chance at getting the Waterworks robe. For the best boots, you're going to go to Waterworks in Crab Alley, and the final boss drops the boots. For pay to win, go to the Crown Shop and spend all your money on the Professor's Horde pack for your chance at getting the Cyrus boots. For the best wand, you're going to go to the Great Spire, the final dungeon in Dragonspire, and you're going to fight Malistaire until he drops it. You can get 9 of the tier 2 wands and then go over to this little crafter over here and craft your individual wand if you weren't lucky enough to get it as a drop. Again, it's going to cost 9 of the tier 2 ones, and you can craft each of the school wands. In order to get these as a drop, you must not have completed Celestia. For the alternative wand, you're going to go to Mount Olympus and fight Ares for the guaranteed drop of the Sky Iron Hosta. For the best Athame, you're going to go to the Tower of the Elephant in Pegasus Place, located right here in Wisteria. Once you're in, all that you have to do is the first fight in order to get the Athame. For the Bear's Claw of Myth, you're going to have a little bit of a harder time. You might have to farm the Bazaar for this one because it is rarely in there. Sort by school and level, and it's going to be at the level 56 section. You're going to be looking for the Bear Claw of Myth. If you're not able to get the Lexicon Blade or the Bear Claw of Myth, you're going to have to go to Vesterland and talk to Ingolf the Grower. Go to the Athame and get the Garnet Bear Claw crafting recipe. It's not that hard of a recipe, so you should be able to craft this fairly easily. For the best amulet, you are going to have to go to Lower Zigzag and do the first mob fight as well as the first boss. You might be able to get around the third mob fight, and if you are able to, it's going to be located right behind it, and it's going to be locked with a wooden key. Inside, it's going to be a chest. Hopefully you get it. If you didn't want to farm for the amulet, go to the Baobab Market in Zafaria and talk to Marwa. Go to the equipment shop, and then the second page, Shango's Mythblade Amulet. For the best ring, you're going to go to the Bazaar, look at the rings, sort by level and school, usable, and go to level 56. you're going to be looking for the Peridot Ring of Battle. There's usually a lot of them in here, so you shouldn't have any difficulty in getting it. For the best deck, you are going to have to go through 2 fights in the House of Scales, the dungeon where you get the robe and the hat. You're going to also have to have a stone key, walk over to this door, and inside is going to be a boss named Belosh. He will drop all of the decks for every single school. They each give 1% accuracy. Good luck, because I did farm a long time just to get mine. And those are my picks for the best level 60 gear for Myth. If you have any other suggestions, leave them in the comments below. As always, links to each item is in the description. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one. Peace.